know about a city which has been deserted for more than 35 years and presently depicts a ghost town despite presence of all modern living style facilities? What happened that day, because of which thousands of people had to leave their houses? What happened that no one can dare to enter that city again and are afraid to go there? What is sarcophagus and why it has been built in this modern era? You will get answers to all these questions in this video. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Knowledge Hub. It was a beautiful sunny morning, and the city was very mysteriously calm. Children were leaving for their schools and parents for their jobs and business. No one could imagine what horrific incident was going to happen which impacted their whole life. Soviet Union invested heavily in nuclear power after World War II. Chernobyl is a small city located 16 kilometers away from the famously known Chernobyl nuclear power plant. This power plant wasn't built in the city of Chernobyl. Instead, its original name, Lenin VI Power Station, which had become operational in 1977. This Chernobyl plant was among one of the most advanced nuclear power plants in the Soviet Union. RBMK is a type of nuclear reactor, and Chernobyl powerhouse consisted of 4 nuclear RBMK reactors, each having power generation capacity of 1,000 megawatts. The operations of the first 2 reactors had begun in 1977, the third in 1981, and the fourth in 1983. The purpose of power plants is to generate electricity. In this case, each reactor could produce 1,000 megawatts electricity. The 4 reactors could together supply electricity to meet 10% of Ukraine's electricity demand. So, you can imagine how powerful these reactors were. On the fateful night of April 26, 1986, at precisely 1:23 a.m., a haunting tremor reverberated the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. The very core of reactor number 4 was about to unveil an uncontrollable dance of destruction. As the lid atop the reactor quivered, shockwaves surged through the structure, leaving the workers within with an unsettling realization. The nuclear reaction had spiraled into chaos. This calamity etched its name in history as the world's worst nuclear disaster, a sinister event that extended its malevolent grasp far beyond the borders of Ukraine. Radioactive rain fell upon the United Kingdom, and the poisonous fallout reached as far as Spain and Sweden. The hills, once adorned with grass, became a silent witness to tragedy as radioactive dust settled, consumed by unsuspecting cows, leading to an epidemic of thyroid cancer among thousands of children. In this video, let's understand why this Chernobyl disaster took place, the reasons behind it, and the effects that were seen all over the world during a routine safety test in reactor number 4. To understand the calamity, we must first grasp the intricacies of nuclear reactor mechanics. Much like the kinetic energy harnessed in other forms of power generation, nuclear reactors relied on the movement of a metaphorical wheel. In this case, the rotation of turbines was powered by steam, generated through nuclear reactions. However, the Chernobyl plant harbored a fatal flaw. A test designed to assess the reactor's ability to sustain power during a brief outage was destined for failure. The plan to draw upon the steam produced post-shutdown to power the water pumps in the crucial 1 to 2 minutes revealed a critical oversight. On the night of April 25, 1986, as preparations for the test commenced at 11:10 p.m., the reactor's output plummeted unexpectedly. The root cause was xenon-135 byproducts absorbing neutrons, acting as an inadvertent brake on the nuclear reactions. In an attempt to salvage the test, control rods were removed, leading to a cascade of events that defied the laws of nuclear safety. By 1:23 a.m., the emergency shutdown button was pressed, inadvertently triggering a cataclysmic explosion. The control rods with graphite tips meant to speed up reactions instead fueled an unprecedented power surge. The reactor's power generation soared to an unimaginable 33,000 megawatts, marking the beginning of a nightmarish sequence of events. Within seconds, a massive blast melted the core of the reactor, followed by a second explosion that propelled the 1,000 tons lid into the sky. Radioactive materials spewed into the atmosphere, contaminating the surroundings. The ensuing fire, a raging inferno fueled by graphite, took over 10 days to extinguish. Firefighters, initially oblivious to the gravity of the situation, battled the blaze with water, unaware that the core was smoldering with radioactive elements. The aftermath saw heroes emerge. 3 divers risked their lives to drain a radioactive water tank, averting a potential third explosion that could have unleashed devastation on an apocalyptic scale. As the world awakened to the horror, the Soviet Union grappled with a disaster that would change the course of history. The aftermath unfolded in waves: a cover-up attempt, the admission of guilt, and the establishment of an exclusion zone within a 30 kilometers radius of the plant. The infamous sarcophagus, a temporary solution, eventually gave way to the construction of a new safe confinement in 2019, designed to endure for a century. The human toll, both immediate and long-term, was staggering. Firefighters succumbed to radiation sickness, liquidators dispatched to clean up the radioactive waste faced dire consequences, and the economic cost to the Soviet Union amounted to a staggering $235 billion. Thyroid cancer cases surged among children, and the Red Forest stood as a testament to nature's resilience amid tragedy. Political ramifications echoed through the crumbling Soviet Union, and global scientific cooperation birthed organizations like the World Association of Nuclear Operators, dedicated to preventing future disasters. Today, the abandoned Chernobyl exclusion zone is a haunting testament to the worst nuclear catastrophe in history. The abandoned cities, reclaimed by nature, harbor a thriving population of wildlife, untouched by the scars of human habitation. As we unravel the intricate layers of the Chernobyl disaster, we confront a narrative of tragedy, heroism, and the enduring impact of humankind's quest for power. Join me as we navigate through the shadows of Chernobyl, an indelible chapter in the annals of human history.